We did a piece a couple of weeks ago where we actually looked at the history of the Great Wall, and it's not so much the physical wall, but the mindset can actually be really dangerous because, China's isolationism actually, it prompted a currency crisis in China, and so I wonder how much of that they'll be talking about. I wonder how much of it, POTUS Trump will actually understand, to be honest, because he seems to be so offbeat with so many of the comments. China is absolutely not a currency manipulator. So, we all know that.
The thing he's pretty clear about, though, he's been telegraphing ahead of the meeting, is look, he's going to lean on China very heavily, use trade as the deficit, right, as leverage to try and get them to play ball, cooperate on North Korea. How successful is he going to be? Can he be?
North Korea is a mess that was largely created by America and China. It was a semi-deliberate sort of, somebody had to suffer to create that buffer zone. And again, I don't think Trump really understands that. I don't think he understands much sense of history. And now, trying to get North Korea to behave, you've got this spoilt child that's running around and nobody's stopped it doing anything for years, and trying to get it to behave, I think that's pretty much impossible. So I think the problem is, there isn't really a great deal that you can do in terms of trade that isn't going to be really negative. I mean,
Well, there's not, is there?
Yeah, I mean, they scored a massive own goal when they pulled the TTP.
Yep.
So what else are they going to do now? I mean, China's sitting there rubbing its hands at that, and there's not a lot else significant. And I think one thing that's significant is ahead of this meeting, China seems to have been, as far as we can tell from the data, aggressively selling treasuries and buying Japanese bonds instead. And so,
what does that mean?
Well, I think it's a bit of a signal, isn't it? It's we just remember who's holding all the cards here, Don. I think that's what it comes down to.
So do you think that China will come out on top?
I don't think that a great deal will be done at all. I think there'll be photo opportunities. I think, it's difficult because Trump can't be too aggressive in the rhetoric while he's got Xi in the room. So I think maybe, what'll happen, it'll all be smiles and back patting and all that. And then afterwards, I think, you might find some aggressive rhetoric starts getting dialed up over the coming weeks again afterwards. It's kind of the, the schoolyard bully who doesn't actually want the fight kind of thing.